Hey, you're in the reaction room with Reese. Welcome in.
Today's recap is Season 2, Episode 33.
But before we get into it, I need a favor.
If you like this recap, subscribe to my channel.
Okay, let's see what's happening beyond the gates.
We start off at Bill's law firm. Haley comes into the office, but Bill wants her to go back to the hotel and rest. But she says she needs to work. And then Bill calls Joey and asks him to help find the mugger. Danny stops by Nicole's office and tells her she ran into Ted and Shanice at Uptown. Nicole says she already knows about them and she's fine with it. And then Danny tells her about the run-in with her and Shanice and Leslie. Over at Orphe Jean's, Shanice tells Ted that their Valentine's Day was almost perfect. Ted says he's sorry about Dana, and Shanice lets him know that she has the day off. Ted says he'll get Carlton to fill in for him so they can spend some time together. At the hospital, Ashley tells Grayson that she put together a folder of assisted living facilities for him to choose for his mom. Grayson tells her that this is useless because he can't afford any of them. He says, "When it comes to my mother, I've got this." Ted goes and makes a call to Carlton, and then Derek walks in with a new girl. But he doesn't seem to be enjoying himself with her. Ted comes back to the table and tells Shanice that he has to help Carlton with a surgery. Danny asks Nicole, "Are you sure we don't hate Shanice?" Nicole says, "Of course not. You can stand down." So then Danny makes sure it's okay with Nicole for her and Andre to be friends with Ted and Shanice. Nicole says, "I'm on board for Andre and for me." Bill tells Joey the cops don't have any leads. He says, "If you can find this guy, I'll be in your debt." Joey tells him, "I'll get your man." Back at the law firm, Tomas tells Haley he's glad she's okay, and then he tells her, usually Caroline would have sent those documents by messenger. Haley says Lynette asked her to bring those papers to her, and then Tomas tells her, "We have protocols. Next time, just let me know." Over at the casino, Joey tells Randy about what supposedly happened to Haley. He says the mugger just disappeared. Randy says maybe he was just passing through. And then Joey tells him Bill is beside himself. Back at Orphe Jean's, Derek's friend leaves, and then he tells Shanice that all she could talk about was the fire station. Derek is still down about not being able to go back to the fire department. Shanice tells him there's another job out there for you. And then he tells her about Leslie offering him a job at the clinic. She tells him to go for it. Derek says the woman is nuts. She tells him Leslie won't be hands-on, and he says he'll think about it. Haley gets upset with Tomas, and she tells him, "You're trying to put me in my place, but you forgot about yours." She tells him you might be kissing your job goodbye. And then Bill walks over and says, "What's going on here?" Danny and Nicole are talking about Carlton and Kyle, but Nicole is being tight-lipped. Danny asks her, "Why can't we share bedroom stories like other sisters?" Nicole says, "Because you're married to my nephew." And then Danny tells her to be careful and guard her heart. Ashley lets Carlton know that she's heard about his love triangle, and she gives him some advice. She says, "Kyle has an edge on you." Carlton asks her, "What should I do?" She says, "Be less available to Nicole. You're giving eager." Carlton says, "Ouch," but then he thanks her for the advice. Bill tells Haley she needs to go home, so he calls Caroline and she takes her back to the hotel. And then Bill chews Tomas out. Bill tells Tomas he shouldn't have to protect Haley at his office. Tomas apologizes, and then Bill tells him, "I pay you to make my life easier, so keep your mouth shut." Tomas goes out into the hallway and he gets on the phone with somebody. Grayson apologizes to Ashley. He says he's not in a place to receive her help and her kindness, and he asks her to forgive him. She says, of course. Nicole asks Carlton to come by her office, and she asks him to go to a play with her. But he tells her he's already seen it. He says, you should go. You don't want to miss it. And then he leaves to go to the OR. And look at his face. Joey tells Randy he thinks Haley's ring and the perp are still around town. He says, and you're gonna bring them to me. And that's what happened on the show today. Hey, thanks for watching. And please don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I will talk to you in the next one, okay? Bye.